if it's okay in your body to come into virasana, do that. If you have a block or 2 blocks, if you have a blanket or whatever is helpful, do that. If that doesn't work for you, Jill Margraf, at all, come to sit in a comfortable cross-legged position. I love seeing it's like wake up yoga through the ages. So I have a lot of confidence in your ability to understand my languaging. And since that is the case, I'm likely to not do everything. I'll do things if it's confusing or a transition, but I want to also be attentive to you. Yeah, so if you are in virasana, you can move the calf flesh back and slightly out to the side and sit in the space between the heels. And allow your eyes to close. I'll say turn the palms up for today, unless that's not appropriate for you. In fact, you can take that caveat into everything we do if it's not appropriate for you. But the possibility of an expansive, uplifted nature through your torso, letting the breath be deeper and fuller. Sinking in, connecting with yourself. So I love snapping photos of signs. I find poetry on the back of parking signs. I find I'm convinced there's a whole underground communication system that is operating through stickers on signs. So just last night, I found this one. I think it says something, a Street Poet Society, which I think is really cool. Frills art. The world gets hard to live in with an open spirit, but risk is the spice of life. Be legendary. So I love that idea about risks. What is it to take a risk? What are you willing to risk? And risk is putting something of value on the line in the hopes, no guarantees, in the hopes that you'll be met with, you'll receive something of greater value. So maybe consider, what is it you're willing to risk for, take a risk for. Close your eyes. Connect with your breath. If you'd like to, bring your hands into prayer, lift your heart and bow your head. Maybe risking, we have to risk something to get out of our normal natural groove, or to even dream of a new possible life for ourselves, a new life for the world. Could be a big risk, a huge risk. Daring to open your spirit, daring to open your heart, daring to feel your life. These are huge risks. So maybe without even knowing, just plant the seeds of letting your spirit open, being willing to take risks, and see what comes, see what, if any messages are delivered to you through your practice. If you want to, join me in the sound of a single Om. Inhale. Release your hands. Let's practice a round of Kapalabhati. Not if you have, if you're pregnant, if you have uncontrolled high blood pressure, tachycardia, hiatal hernia. Breathe naturally or breathe Nadi Shodhana. For Kapalabhati, a hand on the belly could be good information. Inhale, let the belly swell. Exhale, draw the belly back. Inhale, just about halfway. Begin pumping. Keep lifting through the tops of the ears, softening down through the tops of the shoulders. Rapid successive exhalations, you know, feel it. I love that yoga gives us this opportunity to move beyond discomfort or distaste, to have an experience that is deeper than preference. Start to slow it down. And exhale, exhale, exhale. And feel. Maybe you too marvel that even 30 seconds or a minute of that breath changes everything. And remember that. All day long, you can remember that. That's a possibility for you. Start to cultivate Ujjayi breathing. Again, it's a bunch of seasoned yogis, so I may not fill in all of the blanks that I typically do. If I say anything and you're not sure, just raise a hand. I hope I'll notice. You're welcome to keep your eyes closed or allow them to open. Inhale, your arms sweep out and up. Lace the fingers, palms to the sky. Get long. Exhale, tip over to the left side. Inhale, come to center. Exhale, over to the right side. Yeah, inhale, sway up like a tree in the breeze. Tilt to the left. Inhale, lift. Exhale to center. One more time each side for now. Inhale, tall. Exhale to the left side. Inhale to center and over to the right. Let's come to center and inhale, lift your heart, tip your face to the sky. Exhale, tuck your tailbone, the palms come forward, release your chin. Inhale, the arms scoop forward and up. Lift the heart, face tilts to the sky. Exhale, round the spine, press the palms, chin down. Inhale, exaggerate the movement if you can. Arcing up. Exhale, round, tuck the tailbone around the spine. Inhale, scoop the arms back forward and up. Slip your hands behind your head. Let your elbows go wide. Lift your heart to the sky. Exhale, your elbows in. Tuck your chin and roll down. Inhale to lift up. Let your elbows go wide. Tilt your face to the sky. Exhale, elbows in. Tuck your chin and curl down. Inhale to lift back up, elbows wide. Exhale, elbows in, tuck your chin and round. Inhale, back up, palms to the sky, spine nice and long, not arching, not rounding. Exhale, rotate to the right. The right hand might find the floor, it might find your prop. In any case, the armpits open, the shoulders descend, and you peek all the way over that right shoulder. Fluff open the armpit, so let the left armpit roll off to the left. Inhale, get a little taller. Exhale, twist a little deeper. As the whole torso twists to the right, feel the left side of the chest, the left armpit roll off to the left. Inhale back to center, arms up alongside your ears. Exhale, rotate over to the left side. Collarbones wide, ear tips to the sky. Feel elegant, feel tall. Royal even, regal. Fan the collarbones wide. As the whole torso twists to the left, feel the right armpit chest roll off to the right. See if you can plant your left fingertips or left palm to the ground behind you. Inhale, lift your hips up, bring the right arm alongside your ear. The pinky finger wraps in. It's really about the tricep. Maybe the hand dangles, so the elbow points toward the sky. Exhale, your sitting bones down. Swivel over, right hand behind you. Lift up your hips. Maybe you bend the left elbow, lift your heart to the sky. Exhale, hips down, change sides, right hand behind you. Maybe your hips can pick up, Jill, even there. And do that a few times, go back and forth. Go back and forth a few times and enjoy the journey and feel not just the physicality, but the mood. Feel the emotion. And when you've done an equal number of times, come back and climb up onto hands and knees. Whatever you've been sitting on, move it to the side. If you like having blocks near the top of your mat, of course do that. Stack wrists beneath armpits, track knees beneath hips. Spread your fingers nice and wide. You just did 2 rounds, 2 different kinds of seated cat-cows. We'll do them again. So here, sink the belly, open the collarbones, lift up your face, tuck your tailbone, hollow the abdomen, press into the floor, drop the chin. Inhale, the tailbone lifts, the belly softens, the collarbones expand, lift your face. Exhale, tuck the tailbone, hollow out, press into the ground, drop the chin. Inhale, sink the belly, open the collarbones, lift up your face. Exhale, tuck the tailbone, hollow the abdomen, press into the ground, drop the chin. Inhale, sink the belly, open the collarbones, lift up your face, tuck your toes, shift back. Yeah, shift back and see if you can press into your hands, release your head down, and maybe even lift your knees off the floor. So here in this kind of extended child pose, press the hands down, roll the triceps down toward the floor, draw the navel to the spine, drop the chin. Plant your knees back down, slide your hands in, one handprint closer to your knees. Press into the hands, so roll up, draw your belly to your thighs, drop your chin. Feel the triceps roll down toward the floor. Bring your knees back down. Walk your hands in, another handprint, and do it again. Now, some of you might actually have your heels on the ground in a really tight sort of rolling malasana. Maybe not. If you want to hold on to your mat, if you want to try to get your heels down or bring your hands behind you. Ooh, I nestled right up into the wall. This is perfect. Drop your chin, snug in. I hear you're laughing. You're all laughing. So curling in on yourself, and then go ahead and come back. Come back onto hands and knees. Sink the belly, open the collarbones, lift the face, walk your hands like a handprint forward from hands and knees. Shift forward, exhale, bend your elbows, plunge the chest between the thumbs. Find your first Ashta Pranam for today's class. Shrug your shoulders, narrow your elbows. Maybe you can lift the front of the shoulders a little bit more and squeeze the elbows in a little bit more, all while pressing your sternum down. With an inhale, press into the hands, slide onto the belly, find a small cobra, tops of the feet on the floor. Tuck in your chin, lift up, cobra. Exhale, slither down. Tops of the feet on the floor, inhale, cobra pose. Exhale, slither down. Unclench the buttocks, lift up your kneecaps, inhale, cobra. Let it be like neck and spine rolls. Let it be muscular activation. So keep the heads of the shoulders rolling up and back, elbows in. The next time you release down, use the next exhale to shift you up and back, all the way into downward facing dog. Yeah, so pedal out your feet and wiggle your hips. Release your chin if you can. Maybe turn your head a little bit from side to side. Inner thighs roll back, inner heels reach down. Sitting bones tilt up to the sky. Whew, inhale, travel forward, find a high plank pose. Exhale, back, downward facing dog. Lift your hips, drop your chin. Travel forward, inhale, high plank pose. Nice, gorgeous. Exhale, shift back, downward facing dog. Inhale, travel forward, high plank pose. Breathe here. Long tailbone. Hip points cinch together. Notice if you're kind of resolute. Notice if you've just shifted into endurance mode, and see if you can come back to experience mode. You don't have to win. There's no losing, in fact. Be here and let yourself feel all of the feels. Heels back, inner thighs up. Watch how the mind moves. Inhale here. Exhale, knees, chest, chin, Ashta Pranam. Slither forward, small cobra. Exhale, head down through hands and knees, toes tuck, hips lift. Downward facing dog, Adho Mukha Shavasana. Whew. Go ahead and step your feet a footprint closer to your hands. Let it be like an opening of your hamstrings, really a conversation with your hamstrings. Step your feet another footprint closer to your hands. Drop your chin, lift up your sitting bones. Squeeze your thighs. I like this idea that the thigh muscles are like compression socks around the bone. So really hug the muscles in. Step your feet another footprint closer to your hands. Release the chin. Maybe navel to spine is helpful. Feel how your hip points can roll forward. Your navel might pull back. So there's this almost hollowing out to fold. And if you're not already at the top of the mat, continue that journey, complete that journey. Hold on to your elbows. Sway your body a little bit from side to side. Nod your head yes. Shake your head no. Yeah, drop your chin even more if you can. Just notice if there's a little unnecessary tension on the base of your neck. I thought so, yeah. Whew. Dare some weight forward. Notice if it's all in your heels. Release your elbows, soften your knees, heavy head, roll your way up to standing. So your head is the last thing to float up on top of the spine. Find your Tadasana. For Tadasana, your feet might touch. Your feet might be a few inches apart from each other. Zip up so you can lift your toes to spark your arches. So really lifting from the arches through the inner thighs. Feel the pelvic floor rise. Let the hip points cinch together, the tailbone lengthen. And draw your navel up and back. Close your eyes if that feels interesting to you and just really dive into the felt experience of being here. Being you in this pose, and find out whatever this pose might have to teach you. Aspects of yourself to reveal. Can you imbue even this simple shape with a quality of relaxed alertness? And go ahead and open your eyes. We'll inhale the arms out and up, press the palms, lift your gaze. Through the center line of the body, exhale, fold in half. Hands to shins, halfway up, long neck, soft face. Knees bend, hands plant. Lunge your left leg long behind you. Soften the left knee to the floor, untuck the left toes. Climb your hands to the front knee. We'll take a little extra time on the first side. Sink a little bit more, hands on the knee. Lengthen your armpits from your hips. Maybe even here, the hip points can cinch together. Inhale, as you're ready, scoop your arms forward and up alongside your ears. Wrap the outer arms in, beam the heart to the sky. Maybe your eyes walk the ceiling. Inhale, hands to the ground. Exhale, down dog split. Float the right leg to the sky. Bend the knee, circle the leg around a few times. One direction, then the other. If you've got the space and want to, stretch your leg straight out to the side, flex the foot. And then exhale, downward facing dog. Travel forward, high plank pose, inhale. Exhale, knees, chest, chin, Ashta Pranam. Slide to your belly, small cobra, ungrip the buttocks, broaden the forehead, head down, hips high, exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale. And exhale. Let's inhale the right leg off of the floor. Wait, what do I want? No, I want the left leg. So inhale the left leg off of the floor. Bend the left knee, circle the leg around a few times. Circle the ankle too if that feels good. Stretch the leg and exhale, softly, precisely plant the left foot where you mean to. Soften the right knee, untuck the top of the toes. Climb your hands to your front knee. So a little extra time on the first round. Sink the top of the thigh. Hands on the knee, extend the arms. Collarbones wide. Inhale, as you're ready, go ahead. Float the arms up alongside your ears. Keep sinking the top of the right thigh. Maybe the arm bones line up with the ears and your eyes reach for the wall behind you. Exhale, hands to the ground. Step the back foot forward. Fold in half. Compression socks on your thighs. Drop your chin. Inhale your arms out and up. Press your palms. Lift your gaze. Exhale, hands into prayer. Inhale, your arms sweep out and up. Press your palms. Through the midline of the body, fold in half. Long spine, soft neck, open heart. Knees bend, hands plant. Exhale, the right leg long behind you. Soften the knee, untuck the toes. Inhale, your arms scoop forward and up alongside your ears. Exhale, hands to the ground. Step back, downward facing dog. Inhale, travel forward, high plank pose. Your choice. Exhale, Chaturanga Dandasana or Ashtapranam. Over the toes, find your up dog or small cobra. Shoulders down there, Patricia. Head down over the toes, hips high, downward facing dog. Inhale here. And exhale here. Inhale the right leg off of the ground. Exhale the right foot forward. Soften the left knee, untuck the left toes. Inhale, your arms scoop forward and up alongside your ears. Exhale, hands to the ground. Step the back foot forward. I'm confused. I can't tell if I did the wrong side. Inhale, your arms sweep out and up. Press your palms, lift your gaze. Exhale, hands into prayer. Inhale, your arms sweep out and up. Press your palms, lift your gaze. Exhale, through the center line of the body, fold deeply in half. Halfway up, long spine, soft neck, open heart. Knees bend, hands plant. Left leg lunges long behind you. Soften the knee, untuck the toes. Inhale, the arms sweep forward and up alongside the ears. Exhale, hands to the ground. You can step right into Chaturanga or Ashtapranam. Over the toes, point the feet, puff the chest. Exhale, head down, hips high, downward facing dog. Inhale and exhale. Inhale the left leg off of the ground. Exhale the left foot by the left thumb. Soften the right knee, untuck the toes. Inhale, the arms scoop forward and up. Exhale, hands to the floor. Step the back foot forward. Fold in half at the top of the mat. Inhale, your arms sweep out and up. Palms press. Exhale, hands into prayer. Inhale, arms sweep out and up. Press your palms, lift your gaze. Through the midline of the body, fold deeply in half. Halfway up, long spine. Knees bend, hands plant. Lunge the right leg long behind you. Soften the knee, untuck the toes. Inhale, your arms coast forward and up. Hands to the ground. Exhale, downward facing dog. Oh no, Chaturanga. Sorry, Amy, you were right. Chaturanga Dandasana. Over the toes, lift up. Head down, hips high, downward dog. Inhale here. And exhale here. Inhale, stretch the right leg off of the ground. Exhale, the right foot forward, left knee softens. Inhale, your arms coast forward and up. Hands to the ground. Exhale, back foot forward, fold in half. Inhale, your arms out and up. Press your palms, lift your gaze. Exhale, hands into prayer. Yeah, maybe you feel like a snow globe, a little shaken up. Feel all the sparkles, the tingles. Inhale to bend your knees, sink your hips, sweep your arms, Utkatasana. Yeah, inner thighs in and down, fingertips up. Wrap your triceps in. Stand up, fold in half, exhale, Uttanasana. Long spine, halfway up, soft neck. You might step, you might hop back. You could skip the vinyasa or lower down. Yeah, fan the collarbones, relax the buttocks, inner thighs skyward, exhale, down dog. Inhale, stretch the right leg off of the floor. Exhale, right foot by right thumb, left heel turns down, warrior one, rise up, face forward. Palms might touch, they might face each other. You guys all know this. It's heel to heel or heel space heel. Often the teacher will say, square your hips. I disagree. I say it's squaring the hips. The left hip is shifting forward, but among many things, all of your actions in yoga are tempered. So as the left hip shifts forward, ground the left outer heel. You might even lift all 10 toes to lift your arches and feel like that left ankle can really ground the outer heel. And from the groundedness of the outer heel, pivot the left hip and rib cage and shoulder forward. Swim your arms around behind you, interlace your fingers by your low back, shrug your shoulders, knuckles down, thumbs peel away, beam your heart up to the sky. Bend the knee a little deeper and lift your hip up. Let's wiggle the right foot to the right 2 or 3 inches. Exhale, hinge forward so your right ear moves inside of your knee or your shin or your ankle and your arms drift overhead. Arms drift to the degree that the breath supports. Notice how your right outer hip might be pivoting out to the right. See if you could shimmy the left hip point forward while still grounding that outer heel. Yeah, inhale. Hands to the floor. You could go right to downward dog or move through a vinyasa. Yeah, inhale the left leg off of the floor. Exhale, left foot by left thumb, right heel spins down, face forward, rise up, find warrior one. Yeah, no bend at all in the back knee. So the left foot is forward, the right outer heel grounds down. And again, it's the groundedness of the outer heel from which the right hip would pivot forward. And see if you could bend your front knee deeper. Maybe lift all 10 toes to spark your arches and feel energy traveling in through your inner thighs, in through the pelvic floor, like a fountain of energy shooting out of your fingertips. Exhale, swim your arms around behind you, opposite thumb on top if that's okay for you. Roll your upper chest open, stretch your knuckles, peel your thumbs back, beam your heart up to the sky. There is emotions here, there's a feeling. What is the embodied feeling of this shape? Wiggle your left foot to the left a few inches and hinge forward. Get your ear inside of your knee, maybe your shin or your ankle as your arms drift overhead. And again, wrap that left knee in towards your armpit and gently swivel the right hip point forward. Not just physical, all kinds of things. Let's exhale both hands onto the inside of the left foot. Spin the right heel up. We'll exhale the right foot outside of the right hand and come into a malasana with your feet wide. You all know you could place a blanket or the edge of your mat rolled up under your heels if they don't ground. See if you can press your elbows into your thighs and squeegee your elbows out to the sides. Collarbones nice and wide. We'll find a twist here. So the left hand comes to the ground, the right arm lifts to the sky. You guys know this. The left tricep opens the left shin, the left knee to the side. The right arm lifts up, open the chest. If it feels good in your body, tuck the left arm around the left shin, slip the right arm around behind you. The two hands might find each other. They might not. But in any case, squeeze I don't know what to say here. Inhale, exhale, release, bring your hands back to prayer. Now it's the right hand, the tricep presses into the shin, the knee, lift the left arm up. Soften your neck, open your collarbones and stay here or reach for the bind, tuck the right arm around, slip the left arm behind you. Gorgeous. Gorgeous. Roll your chest open. And notice how your leg bones might be squeezing together and how your left groin is quite deep. See if that enhances the depth of your breath. Inhale here, hands to the floor, sitting bones to the sky, standing forward bend. Turn your toes forward. Wiggle your feet till they're like 2 fists of distance apart for Parangushtasana. First 2 fingers and thumbs around the big toes, spine long. Compression socks around your thighs. Exhale, fold forward. Parangushtasana. Your fingers lift your toes press your fingers. Dare a little weight forward. And feel how your thigh bones press back. Keep lifting up through the sitting bones. So you don't press your knees back, but you lift your sitting bones, and maybe that moves your legs more towards straight. You could stay here, Parangushtasana, or find Parahastasana, lengthen halfway up. Slip your hands beneath your feet and fold. Keep lifting up your sitting bones. Maybe your belly and your thighs connect. Feel that contact point. And don't judge it, like enjoy it. Your hands lift, your feet press. Drop your chin even more if you can. Yeah. Inhale about halfway up. Slip off of your hands, release your toes, wiggle your feet where you like them, fold in half. Bend the knees, sink the hips, sweep the arms. Exhale to stand, hands in prayer. Knees bend, hips sink, arms sweep, Utkatasana. One breath, twisting side to side. So inhale here. Exhale, left elbow outside of right side, right arm floats to the sky. Right arm floats. Inhale back to center, hips low, both arms by your ears. Exhale, right elbow hooks, left arm floats. Inhale back to center. Exhale, rotate to the right. Inhale back to center. Exhale, rotate to the left. Inhale back to center. Exhale to the right. Inhale to center. Exhale to the left. Inhale to center. Stand up, fold in half. Uttanasana. Halfway up, long spine, soft neck. Exhale, step or hop back with or without your knees. Find Chaturanga or Ashtapranam. Puff up the chest, relax the bottom, the buttocks, head down, hips high, downward facing dog. Inhale, stretch the right leg off of the ground. Step the right foot between the thumbs, left heel turns down, left arm tips you up into warrior two. It's such a pretty gesture. I hope you love it. Our arms are shoulder height, tops of the shoulders release down. You know this, heel to heel or heel to arch, doing your best to get your hips level with each other. Yeah, maybe Amy Moret, you could have a little more width between your feet. If that feels right, up to you. Bend your front knee a little bit deeper. Let's inhale both arms up alongside the ears. Interlace your fingers, turn your palms to the sky, and lean your torso toward the back leg. So lean to the left. Yeah, lean to the left, lift up your hip, press your shin forward. Yeah, and then stand your torso straight up and down. And bend your right elbow. Bring your right hand to the base of your neck or the top of the left shoulder. Gomukhasana, right elbow up. Maybe your left hand encourages the elbow behind the head a little more. Then the right hand holds the left humerus, the left upper arm bone. You can keep holding the left upper arm bone. Or if you want to move toward a Gomukhasana arm, you can tuck your left arm up behind you and see if your hands can meet or you find your t-shirt. From here, reach the right elbow to the ceiling and the wall behind you. And then exhale, straighten your front leg. Keep leaning for a moment. We'll tip the torso in the direction of the right leg. Tip the torso toward triangle pose. And then exhale, feel if you can get the right elbow a little closer to the shin. Stand your torso tall. Not tall, just halfway up. Exhale, elbow to the shin. Inhale, about halfway up, swivel your ribs. Exhale, elbow to shin. Inhale, about halfway up, release your arms. Really enjoy triangle pose. Utthita Trikonasana. Left thumb above the mouth. Tuck in your chin. Roll both arms open. Feel so expansive here. And notice how that right sitting bone shifts under. It tucks under toward the left inner thigh. Maybe that helps you lengthen the right armpit out of the right hip point a little bit more. It's such a gorgeous place to breathe. Love it here. Let the left arm lift you all the way up. Inhale. Bend your front knee, hands to the ground. You could go right to downward dog. You could move through a vinyasa. If you lower down, inhale, lift up. And shift back. Inhale, stretch the left leg off of the floor. Left foot between the thumbs, right heel turns down. Lift yourself right into warrior two. Yeah. Get so curious about the shape. Every time you practice vinyasa, there is a good chance you practice warrior too. There's a good chance you take it for granted. Right? There's a good chance you check out. So what could you check into? What could you discover? Nuance, not because it's so extraordinary, but because it's so real, it's so vivid, and you've simply been ignoring it. Inhale, both arms up alongside your ears. Interlace your fingers, other pinky in front, palms to the sky. Left shin stays forward. Exhale, tip your torso to the right. Yes, shin forward, hip up. Lean even more to the right if you can. Yeah, and then exhale, stand your torso up. Your left elbow bends. Your left hand goes in search of your right shoulder top. Your right hand can find that left elbow to bring it more to center. Maybe your head presses back. Maybe this left hand takes hold of the right upper arm bone. Or you could bend the elbow and slip the right hand up the back body. Maybe your two hands find each other, or you find your t-shirt. As you exhale, straighten, lean back, your elbow toward the wall behind you. And exhale, straighten that front leg. So keep your arms like this. Tip your torso toward like a triangle. And then exhale, see if your elbow can come a little closer toward your shin. Inhale, just about halfway up. Exhale, elbow towards shin. Inhale, halfway up, long left side of the spine, rib cage to the sky. Exhale, elbow towards shin. Inhale, about halfway up. Release your arms, expand your arms wide. Tuck in your chin. Stack the right thumb just above your mouth if you can. And let yourself feel so expansive here. Let yourself take up space. Feel luminous, sparkly. Gorgeous. Yeah, any other variations that are delicious for you. Ground the right heel. Let the right arm lift you all the way up. Inhale. Hands to the ground. You might go right to down. Oh no, pause here. Hands to the ground. Spin the back heel up. Step the back foot forward. Fold in half. Inhale to bend your knees. Sink your hips. Sweep your arms. Exhale to stand. Hands in prayer. So ground into the right foot. Lift up the left foot. Find tree pose. Bring your left foot as high as you like toward the inside of the right thigh. You can reach your arms up alongside your ears. Cinch the hip points together. Lift the pelvic floor. Feel your tailbone lengthen toward the floor as your pubic bone tilts toward your navel, and draw your navel to your spine. The left knee reaches down. The left knee tries to reach toward the back of your mat, and it's tempered by the left hip. So it is quite active in the adductor muscle group. Go ahead and bring your arms like goalposts. Turn your thumbs down, flip your hands behind you. Reverse prayer or opposite wrists or opposite elbows. Puff up your chest, turn your left knee forward. Step your left foot back like 3 feet. Turn the heel down, the toes out slightly, heel to heel or space between. Commit to the back bend in the upper chest. Let your tailbone lengthen and then swivel toward your long leg as you fold forward and down into Parsavottanasana. Yep, you got it, Galia, gorgeous. Open your chest as much as you can. Feel the right outer hip pull back. It's really fun to me to play with opposing action. So ground the right big toe mound between the first 2 toes. And from that groundedness, pull the right outer hip back in space. And from the right hip pulling back, ground the left outer heel. And pivot the left hip slightly forward. So lift your torso up halfway. Start to pour weight into the right foot. You're coming into a Virabhadrasana 3 variation. So lift up your left leg, flex the foot. Let your hip face downward. Open up the chest. Stabilize through your abdomen. So good, stabilizing the gluteal muscle group. As you're ready, land in a high lunge. Perfect, perfect timing. Sweep your arms up alongside your ears. Yeah, we're heading into Parivrtta Parsvakonasana. Left knee could stay up or come down. Exhale, hook the left elbow outside of the right thigh. Bring your hands into prayer. Spin your bottom ribs around. Lift your heart. Keep your neck soft. Can you find more back bend, Patricia, in your upper chest? Lift your heart towards your thumbs. And everyone, that right elbow up to the sky. If you want to open your prayer hands and maybe move toward a bind or bring the right arm by your ear, help yourself. Fill it with breath. Every shape you take, fill it with breath, like you're breathing into a balloon. Like you want to fill in the furthest corners, the furthest reaches, really maximize all of the detail. Really gorgeous. Inhale here. Exhale, frame the front foot with both hands. Walk your right foot towards your left wrist, Raja Kapotasana. Shin, ankle, knee to the ground, left leg long behind you. Yeah, puff your chest up for a moment. Swivel your left hip slightly forward and exhale, walk your hands forward, Raja Kapotasana. Yeah, breathe here. Crawl the spine forward. If you love walking your torso to the left, I do. Walk your torso to the left. Maybe strike your right hand a little further away from you, and maybe even walk the right hand more to the left. Press into the fingertips to ground the outer hip and whew. Go ahead and walk your hands back to center. Walk your hands under your armpits. Lift your torso. We'll exhale into a down dog split. Float the right leg to the sky. Bend the knee, circle the leg out. If you want to do that flip your dog business, go ahead and do it. Bring your right foot outside of the left on the mat. Pour weight there. Beam up your heart. Reach the right arm to the sky. So pretty. Yeah, whatever gestures feel dramatic, feel perfect. And come back, down dog split, float the right leg to the sky. Inhale here. Exhale, the right foot by the right thumb. Skip the left foot in a bit and turn the left heel down. It's not gonna stay there. Tuck your chin and roll all the way up to standing. Float the right arm up by your ear. Make a Jnana mudra with the right hand. Ground into the right foot. Pick up the left foot. If you can take inner ankle with your elbow crease facing open, do that. Outer ankle is also an option. Hips face forward, left toes up, left shin back, arm up alongside your ear. Feel this as a fruition in some ways. Really feel how the left shin can tip back. Maybe the torso tips more forward. Maybe the right arm can come by your ear. Kick up, kick back, feel glorious. As you're ready, go ahead and stand up. I like to hug the knee into the belly if I've got the balance for that. And bring the foot back down. You can wiggle out a little bit, shake wrists or hips. Whew, ground into that left foot. Cinch up through the core. Lift the right foot, turn the knee to the side. Find your vrikshasana. Foot and leg into each other, knee down. Knee back, but don't move the hips. Cinch up through the pelvic floor. Coast your arms up alongside your ears. I think if you get bored in a pose, you're not paying enough attention. Right? You don't graduate. Nobody graduates from tree pose. It's always here to teach you something. Bring your arms like football goalposts. Turn your thumbs down. Flip your hands behind you. If you take wrists or elbows, put the other arm on top. And then turn your right knee forward and step your right leg long behind you. Like 3 feet. Turn the heel out, heel to heel or space between. Right hip forward, right outer heel grounds, heart beams toward the sky. Exhale, fold forward and down over that leg. Tugging the right outer hip back as the left ribs swivel toward the right thigh. Yeah, be here for one more full breath, not anticipating what's next. And then inhale your torso about halfway up. Spin your right heel off the floor, tip into a warrior three. I like to call it an open-hearted flying warrior. So your right heel lifts off the floor, your right heel in line with your sitting bone. Your heel and the crown, the base of your skull about the same height. Can you feel the right inner thigh roll up as the toes roll down? Nice. Yeah, whatever helps. Cinch your hips together like a warrior three Gallia. I'm not sure if your screen is frozen. Balancing on one leg, heel back. Yeah. And then as you're ready, you'll soften the left knee, bring the right foot to the floor, bring your arms up alongside your ears, and exhale. You can keep the right knee up or bring it down. Exhale, hook the right elbow outside of the left thigh. Bring your hands into prayer. Spin your bottom ribs around. Tuck in your chin. Whew. Be here. What could you discover? What could you notice? Maybe open your arms. Anything you did on the first side, help yourself. Yeah, it's time. Exhale, frame the front foot with both hands. Walk your left foot towards your right wrist. Bring your shin, your ankle, your knee to the ground. Stretch your right leg long behind you. Right hip forward. Puff your chest for a moment. Feel your hips lift if you can. And then exhale, walk your hands forward. Raja Kapotasana. You know this, setting yourself up so you feel it in the left outer hip. But gorgeous, but not so much in the knee, not at all in the knee. I think everybody knows this quote. Of course, I can't find it in the moment I want to. That's hilarious. I opened it up 3 times. I'll find it. Walk your hands under your armpits, press into the ground. Lift your torso. Exhale, downward dog. Split that left leg. Bend the knee, roll it around. If you want to, flip the dog. Bring your left foot to the ground outside of the right one. Here it is. Lift your heart and come back, down dog split. Float your left leg to the sky. Exhale, left foot by the left thumb. Skip the right foot in closer. You can turn the heel down, tuck in your chin, and roll up to standing. Float your left arm by your ear. Pour weight into your left foot. Maybe it's the right ankle. Maybe it's the inner ankle with your elbow crease open. And then tip yourself forward and back. And kick the shin back, the toes up. Bring the left arm by the ear. As you're ready, go ahead and stand up and draw the knee toward your belly. Give it a squeeze and plant that foot on the floor. Stand in Tadasana. Lift your pelvic floor, lengthen your tailbone, soften your shoulders down. Feel your breath. Open your eyes. Inhale, your arms sweep out and up. Press your palms, lift your gaze. Trace the midline of the body, fold in half. Halfway up with a long spine, a soft neck, an open heart. You might step or hop back. Exhale with or without your knees lower down. Over the toes, point the feet, relax the buttocks, beam up the heart. Head down over the toes, hips high, downward facing dog. Bring both knees to the floor. Sink your belly, open your collarbones, lift up your face. Keep your hips right above your knees. Walk your arms forward. Melting the heart. Maybe your forehead grounds. Maybe your chest and chin ground. Go ahead and slither forward to lie on your belly. Bring your arms alongside your body. Turn your palms down. Bring your forehead to the floor. All 10 toenails on the ground, inner thighs to the sky. Open up your upper arms. Let's inhale, lift the head and shoulders, lift the thighs, the legs off the floor. Come to Shalabhasana, lift your hands off the floor. Now, see about just sort of pumping your arms behind you. Just like reach them up, let's say like 5 times, maybe with a squeeze. And then see about bringing your arms straight out like a T, and then maybe like a bird flapping. Lift your arms up a few times. If you don't have the space or you're curious, you might bend your elbows and try lifting them up like that. And then bring your arms alongside your ears. See if you can get your arms in line with your ears to arc up your spine a little bit more. Exhale, pillow the hands, forehead, or one cheek to the ground. Yeah, whatever helps you release. Some people like to bend the knees and windshield wiper here. If you love it. I don't want to stand between you and your love. Arms alongside your body, palms down. Let's go ahead and bend the knees. Lift your chest. If you can take your inner ankles, do that. Inner ankles with elbow creases facing open. Outer ankles, also beautiful. Lift your legs, lift your thighs, press your shins back, puff your chest up. If you want to do one at a time, do one at a time. Open up the chest. You got it. Kick the feet up, press the shins back. If you have inner ankles especially, draw the inner knees closer to each other. Feel how that gets your chest to lift even more. And then exhale, let go. Flip over onto your back. Knees bend, feet on the ground, arms alongside your body. Press your hands down, press your feet down, heels in line with sitting bones. Lift your hips up off of the floor, find a bridge pose, Setu Bandhasana. Inner thighs roll in and down. Lace your hands underneath you if you like. Puff up your chest. Roll your biceps wide. Inner thighs in and down. Heart lifts a little higher. Feel like your tailbone reaches toward the back of the knees. And press your feet down. Feel like your feet slide away from you without moving to, again, fire up your thighs. Move your hands out of the way. Exhale, lower down. Hand on the belly, hand on the heart. Arms alongside the body or hands alongside the ears. You did a lot. You did a lot today to make upward bow accessible if you want to give it a shot. If you want to place your hands on 2 blocks, you can do that, or rest your sacrum on a block as you like. Press your hands down, press your feet down. You could lift into bridge, maybe come into upward bow. Press your hands down, lengthen your arms, gorgeous. Exactly where you are is gorgeous, beautiful. Inner thighs down, tailbone long, heart rising. Fire up your arms, especially in upward bow. See if you could press your hands more firmly into the ground and stretch your arms a little longer. Exhale, tuck in your chin, roll down, hand on the belly. If you're on a block, stay there. Roll down, hand on the belly, hand on the heart. When I first started teaching yoga, classes were 100 minutes long. So that's 25 minutes longer than this class. We used to do a minimum of 3 upward bows. And these days we've gotten down to like 1. But I'm going to invite you to try another one. And I tell you, they get a little like juicier. They get more like butter. So if you want to try another one, bring your hands by your ears. If you're content with bridge pose, do that. If you have a block for supported, do that. Press your hands down and lengthen and lift up. If you like to walk your hands and feet a little closer together, do that. Want to rock a little bit or wiggle, if there's a way to stretch one arm more, like you're trying to get the breath into all of the folds of the lungs, maybe in different orientations to gravity. So give yourself permission to kind of be like a bug, wiggle around inside of it. Nice, gorgeous. And when you're ready, climb down. I was in a workshop with Rodney Yee once, a training. We did 21 upward bows in one of the practices. Draw your knees into your belly. Wrap your right thigh over your left thigh. And just take hold of your feet. So your hands, you're going to take hold of opposite feet, but don't overthink that. And then draw your feet in the direction of your armpits or the direction of your shoulders. So you're kind of squeezing your thighs in and moving your feet toward your shoulders so you could feel your outer hip and hopefully your low back. Drop both knees to the right, to the left side, look to the right. If it would be interesting here to bring your right elbow under your left elbow and rotate your torso to the right, sort of like a sleeping eagle, that might be fascinating. Yeah. When you're ready, inhale back to center. Cross the left thigh over the right thigh. Hold your ankles, squeeze your thighs in. Maybe your feet, your toes come in the direction of your armpits. Both knees over to the right side. Arms like a T or goalpost, look to the sky or look to the left. Or if you're curious about finding like eagle pose arms, the left arm may be under the right arm and your torso just pivoting slightly to the left. Gorgeous, I love it. And breathe. Yeah, inhale. Exhale, come back onto your back. Hug your knees in, give them a good squeeze. Let's go ahead and rock up to sitting. Keep facing the direction you're facing. Stretch your legs long in front of you. Flex your feet. Shift from side to side. Displace the flesh from the sitting bones. Navel back towards spine, like you hollow out through the abdomen. Tip your hips forward and fold over your straight legs. Paschimottanasana. Yeah. Hold on wherever you do. Feet, ankles, shins. Drop your chin. I marvel that the more I release my chin, the more I feel like the fascial web of the back body. Like just feeling how the whole body is connected and interconnected. Maybe you can slow down your breath. Inhale to sit up. Bring your hands behind you. Fingertips point toward your body, hands 8 inches apart. Press your hands down, lengthen your arms, and choose to lift with straight legs, feet touching, or bend your knees, separate your feet, and lift into like a reverse table. Chin in or back, upper arms open, tailbone long. Exhale, sit back, down, sitting bones down. Sit up for a moment. Let's practice a few rounds of Nadi Shodhana. So cross your shins, cross your ankles or one heel in. Sit on a blanket or a block if you have that. Your left palm faces the sky. Find Jnana Mudra. Your right hand comes to your face. Right first 2 fingers on the forehead or tucked into the palm. Inhale through both nostrils. Exhale through both nostrils. Close the right nostril with the thumb. Inhale, left side. At the top of the breath, close left, exhale right side. At the bottom of the exhale, inhale right side. At the top, exhale through the left nostril, and do this a few rounds. Endeavor to have inhale and exhale be the same duration. The quote I couldn't find by Anais Nin says, and then the day came when the risk to remain tight in a bud was more painful than the risk it took to blossom. Feel the effects of this breath. Don't just do it. There's a way that you take ownership, not like anyone owns it, but like take responsibility, take ownership of your own practice. Become familiar and fluent. It's the language of your body. It's the language maybe of your spirit, of your soul. And it's yours. It's your practice. I love that the Quakers said, no one stands between you and God. Every person has a direct relationship. I say no one stands between you and your body, you and your practice. The next time you exhale through the left nostril, take your time to get there. Whenever you do, release your hand, pause, feel. And when you give up anticipation of what's next, you get to simply be here. Your whole life has just been here. I don't mean just, that minimizes it. Your whole life has been here. Go ahead, as you're ready, make your way into Shavasana. Set yourself up however that is helpful. Your palms could face the sky, or they could turn down. Feet about as wide as your mat. Any props, blankets, blocks, eye pillows, shirt sleeves, socks. Inhale, receive the breath deeply. Exhale, sigh. So I found this poem called To Risk. I found it, like you do on the internet, attributed to 2 or 3 different people. To laugh is to risk appearing a fool. To weep is to risk appearing sentimental. To reach out to another is to risk involvement. To expose feelings is to risk exposing your true self. To place your ideas and dreams before a crowd is to risk their loss. To love is to risk not being loved in return. To hope is to risk despair. To try is to risk failure. But risks must be taken because the greatest hazard in life is to risk nothing. The person who risks nothing does nothing, has nothing, is nothing. They may avoid suffering and sorrow, but they cannot learn, feel, change, grow, or live. Chained by their servitude, they are a slave who has forfeited all freedom. Only a person who risks is free. Really enjoy the feeling of the next breath in and out. Maybe your body feels like a light show, like fireworks, energy buzzing all around. Be delighted. As you're ready, go ahead and bend your knees and curl into a little ball on your right side. Pause there. Give yourself a hug. Squeeze in. And go ahead and build your way back up to sitting. Returning to a comfortable cross-legged position. What are you willing to risk? Some other stickers I haven't taken a picture of. One says, bet high, faux money. Bet high, faux money. Don't take that risk. That seems stacked against you. Calculated risks or spontaneous, who knows? But that idea of opening, what are you willing to risk losing? What part of yourself, of your identity, of who you've known yourself to be, are you willing to risk in order to blossom into who you are becoming? I love David White said at a conference once, he said, the person you are becoming is a stranger to you now. How will you meet yourself? Go ahead and bring your hands into prayer, lift your heart, bow your head. Maybe give yourself over to some journal writing or spontaneous answering questions, automatic writing. Yeah. Let's conclude with the sound of a single Om. Inhale. Slip your arms behind you. Your right hand holds your left wrist. Your left thumb and forefinger touch. Shine your heart to the sky. Lead with your heart. Exhale, fold forward. Feeling in your practice. Thank you so much.